Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My husband and I have been married for 8 years. We have a 7-year-old autistic son, and he has a 24-year-old daughter from a previous marriage. Now, he was estranged from his daughter for a while, so now they have a great relationship. But we were talking, and he said that he wants to give her 20% of his 401k when he passed away, but when I'm still alive. And I feel very frustrated with it, so I don't know if I'm wrong or what I should do.
Ooh. And did you tell him this, how frustrated you are, and why?
Yes.
And how did he respond to that?
Well, his reasoning is because he used to be he was in prison. He was a drug addict at one point, but he got sober. Now he's been sober for 13 years, and he has rebuilt his relationship with his daughter. And I think that the money is trying to make up for lost time, and that he doesn't want her to feel like he left her behind without thinking about her.
And she is his daughter.
She is his daughter, and she's 24. The reason why I'm frustrated is because our son is special needs, and I feel like he might not be able to take care of himself. And we have a trust set up. It's a special needs trust, and I guess we have a will. But I thought that all our assets were going to go into his to his trust, and he's saying, well, that's fine, but 20% of my 401k is going to her.
Sure. Well, I'm just going to say that, let me ask another question. If this daughter was your biological daughter, do you think you'd feel the same way?
I think that,
let me put it another way. Do you think it is normal for, let me make it super personal. Okay. I have 3 kids. Okay. And so in my will, do you think it would be abnormal if I gave all 3 of my kids some money?
No, that would be fair. All 3 were children. You're like the same amount?
It doesn't matter. I'm not even getting into the specifics. I just I'm trying to walk you into, I'm really trying to coach you here. So you think that's normal for me to do that, yes?
Yes.
Why? Why is that normal? Why would that be totally normal?
It's for you to give your money to your children when you pass away. Now, would you give that to them before your wife passed away?
Well, without getting into the details, yeah, I'm not going to get into the details of my situation. But I'm making a point here that I don't think that this is abnormal, and you don't either. I think it's very emotional for you, and I'm not judging you in any way, shape, or form. I certainly see how you are where you are because you shared it with me, and I see how you got there because of the challenges of your son and what his situation would be. I get it. But as I'm saying, and I'm going to bring George in, and George may have a completely different opinion. I'm just telling you that I totally see where he's coming from, and I don't have some fundamental problem with it, philosophical problem, and I don't have a financial problem with it. George?
Yeah, the piece I'm curious about, are you going to be okay if something were to happen to him?
Would I be okay if something happened to him?
Financially.
Like, would I?
If your husband dies today, are you okay?
If you get 80% instead of 100%, are you still living a comfortable life?
He hasn't been in the workforce that long. I probably have more investments than he does.
So I'm trying to get at, is this actually a financial, there's really no, if I get 80%, I'm not going to be doing okay versus 100. So it's really just the idea that he's valuing and prioritizing his daughter over giving you the entire share. And maybe you feel like it's unfair to the son.
Yes.
So the next question is the son set up to succeed if something were to happen? Is the special needs trust funded? And is it, have you guys done a good job to make sure that he would be okay?
Well, so far we have. He's 7, and my husband and I are both 50. I had him a lot later in life. Mm-hmm. And I think that, I could see that. I think that it was just an emotional feeling. I kind of felt that he wasn't thinking about us, and he was more concerned about a grown child that is self-sufficient. I think that's what it was.
It absolutely is. But here's the thing: as an objective bystander that you called and asked this question to, I don't think he's demonstrating that even financially. The lion's share, the big chunk, is going to you, and for your son. Right. He's giving her a percentage of his overall.
Now, I don't know the relationship or the past history, but do you think there's some guilt here that he feels as a father to go, I feel like I owe her something because of what she has gone through?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I would try to put myself in his shoes and just talk to him honestly and say, hey, here's how this hit me initially. I want to hear you out and hear your heart behind this. I want to come to an agreement and make peace with whatever we decide on as a couple. And I want to see the numbers to know that our son's going to be taken care of, I'm going to be taken care of, and your daughter will get her share as well.
Okay.
I think focusing on the facts, the logic, and the heart behind it, the motive behind it will help you step away from just the emotion of, well, I'm his wife, I should be getting whatever he leaves.
Yeah. And a little dose of perspective. Lord willing, you guys live 20, 30, 40 years. You guys are early 50s. You got some work to do anyway on this to really bump these numbers up. So it is all emotional. I love it being honest. You're very self-aware on this, and we're not judging you at all. Totally get where you're coming from, but I see where your husband's coming from, and I think this is a marriage issue. And I think this is going to cause a lot of resentment if you don't get to a place of acceptance over this and go, oh, okay, we can come together and take care of our son. We can come together, make sure we're debt-free, and walk the Ramsey baby steps out and retire with a tremendous amount of peace and margin and not even worry about this.
Can I ask you, who is the beneficiary on your investments?
My husband, 100%.
There we go. So now it feels unfair. That's where this is stemming from. Is there a way where you could say, hey, he's 80% and I'm going to do 20% to the special needs trust?
I could do that. And I think he would be fine with it, you know. But I also know that if I give him 100%, I definitely trust him where he would do everything he could to make sure our son is safe and everything.
And there's the statement. There it is. What you just said is what you have to remember when this emotion comes up. I trust him, and I know that he would do everything he can to take care of us. And this is the same man who also wants to do something for a daughter that he failed. I admire this. I admire this move. It's not traditional, I get it, but this isn't a traditional life you guys have. This is a unique story. And I hope you can mend this resentment and go, hey, this is what I felt, because I'm sure he felt some of this coming at him. And I think you got to support him in this move.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're a good lady. You're a good lady. You know, you're not, I appreciate you being really honest. George, these things.
This is not an out of bounds thing. Like what you're feeling is normal.
Yeah.
But I just want to go further than that instead of just leave it at face value of, well, he should give you 100%. You're the wife. Again, this is a complex situation and it requires a more unique solution.
Yeah. Thank you, Kaylin, for sharing with us. You're a good lady, and you guys have a lot of time to do what's necessary to take care of your son. Focus on that. That's a unified goal and a worthy goal.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.